What is going on, Laker fans? Appreciate you guys tuning in. I got Lakers talk coming up tonight, so I think I've mentioned this before. Anytime I'm going to do Lakers talk in the off season, I'll make sure to throw this up on YouTube. Would appreciate that you subscribe to our channel here on ESPN LA. We got a lot of good content that we're throwing up. I know Greg Bergman and Clinton Yates are putting up a lot of Dodger content. We're live streaming all of our shows, so please subscribe to the channel. Got a couple things going on in tonight's show. First off, Max Christie, got a chance to connect with him earlier in the week. We're going to play that on Lakers Talk. And one of the topics I want to get into, and I'll get your guys' thoughts on this, read some of the comments on the air as well. Anthony Davis is due for an extension August 4th. So I'm going to read exactly the terms of what Anthony Davis can get. So AD could potentially get a 3-year deal up to $167 million starting August 4th. So the Lakers would have him, he's under contract. Next year he would be under contract as well. And then you get 3 more years on top of that if the Lakers decide to extend him. Make this simple. Laker fans, do you want to see Anthony Davis on... You kind of already seen what he's brought to the table so far for the Lakers. I mean, so far he's been a Laker. They won a championship in 2020. He was a big piece of it. To show you how big of a piece he is, it's not even about the winning. It's about the losing as well. He gets injured in the first round of the playoffs the following year. The Lakers lose 3 in a row. They're out against the Suns. A lot of injuries last season, and just the roster construction was awful. The Lakers only win 33 games. This year, for the most part, other than the 5 weeks that he missed against the Denver Nuggets, what was that, mid-December or so, Anthony Davis was around, and the Lakers got to the Western Conference Finals. If I simplify this, knowing that LeBron James, his window is getting shorter and shorter with the Lakers just simply because of his age, and maybe he wants to go play with Bronny, do you want to and do you believe that Anthony Davis is a pillar for this Lakers franchise over the next 4 or 5 years or so? That's really the question that you're asking yourself in regards to this potential 3-year deal up to $167 million. And I don't know if the Lakers on August 4th are going to put that on the table for Anthony Davis. I don't know if the Lakers are going to say, hey, we got to wait here a second because we got to figure out what Bron's going to do, and let's just kind of take our time on this, and maybe there's some concerns with AD's health long term. That really is kind of the conversation that I'd like to get into in this. I will tell you, for me, I look at Anthony Davis a couple different ways. For those who get frustrated about AD, usually the conversation about Anthony Davis is his availability. Fair. You know, you want to see a player at least play 55 to 60 games a year, and that's already taking 25% off or something along those lines of what a season would be. So right out the gate, you're hoping for his availability. Then the other question comes down to, okay, what about his skill set? Can Anthony Davis be the best player on a championship team? I don't think he can. I would not be okay with that. However, Anthony Davis can be one of the 2 best players on a championship team. We've already seen that. I think a lot of people sometimes undervalue what Anthony Davis brings to the table. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. There are a lot of times in the playoffs, if you guys remember, where people would say, why does AD have such a good, remember there were these stats, hey, on odd number games, these are his stats. Even number games, it's like this. And offensively, he wasn't as consistent as you'd like him to be. And don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to play with this as well. There are plenty of times that Anthony Davis, I'm asking myself, how the guy only get 3 or 4 free throw attempts? How come he only took 7 or 8 shot attempts? How come he only had 8 rebounds or whatever the case is and only ended up with 14, 15 points? But I think what we do forget is what AD is inconsistent on offensively, AD is tremendously consistent on the defensive side. And every time he steps on the floor, there's a 95% chance that he's the best defensive player on the floor. He's going to have the most impact in a game on what he does on the defensive side. I don't know why that is not credited enough when it comes to Anthony Davis, the Lakers winning, the Lakers competing for a championship. It's not just what AD provides offensively, it's what he does on the defensive side. I don't know what the Lakers are going to do August 4th, but I would not be surprised if August 4th comes and the Lakers, they're working out on some type of an extension for Anthony Davis. I just don't see the man going anywhere. I really don't. And again, even if the chapter for LeBron James comes to an end in the next year, maybe 2 years, something like that, life after LeBron James can very, very well have some type of a foundation with Anthony Davis, and then go get the rest of the pieces, right? You need another superstar. You need the right role players. Obviously, Darvin Ham is your coach. There's a lot that comes into a winning franchise, but I don't have a problem with seeing Anthony Davis for not just the present, the future as well. I'll throw that out to Laker fans. What do you think of these potential contract extension talks? Do you want to see Anthony Davis on the Lakers for the next 4 or 5 years? And what do you think of AD as one of the cornerstones? There's no player in the NBA that's doing it on himself. You got to have help. You got to have a couple superstars. But what do you think of that in regards to Anthony Davis? Your comments below. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Lakers talk coming up tonight. Max Christie coming up tonight at 7:30. Thank you, Lake fans. Appreciate it.